First news today, we're in a kale field, K-A-L-E. Now, there's several types of kale, I've been informed. I'm no expert, but I'm learning to be one, I think. With me is Rick Rademacher, who is the Southern Regional Manager for Cellular American Fine Foods, and they are harvesting all kinds of vegetables out here. And Rick, let's talk about this bunching kale. There's several types of kale available to the homeowner and to the restaurant.
Yeah, this is green bunching kale. The other kale you're referring to is flowering kale, and that's the red or purple stuff you see in the field.
What's the difference between them? Is there any difference?
Well, they're grown a little bit differently. They're both kale cole crops, similar to broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage. But bunching kale is grown repeatedly. This block will be harvested 7 or 8 times during the whole season, whereas flowering kale, the whole head is cut and packed similar to leaf lettuce or cabbage.
Now, these look like little trees, little palm trees or bonsai trees growing up here. Yeah. But it's very interesting because they'll get up, what do you say, about waist high before you're done?
Yeah, by the end of the season, they'll be waist high or taller, and we just continually pick off the leaves as they get long, and the little leaves on top just grow, and we come back and get them again.
Now, where does this crop go to? We talk about the distribution of the crop.
It goes all over the country. Our primary markets are the Midwest and the East Coast, but kale as a crop is shipped all over.
What about kale as a food?
It's entirely edible. It's kind of like cabbage or a similar crop. Kind of bland for me to eat, but some people really like it as an addition to some ethnic dishes. And
it's also a decoration. We call it cosmetic addition to what's going on the dinner table.
Yeah, you could use it as a garnish. A salad bar uses it a lot between the trays or covering the ice, things like that.
Now, kale, it's a very interesting crop. These workers in the field here are going through, but I do not see them bunching anything.
Well, what they're going through is they're opening up the part of the field they're going to be picking the next week or two and taking off the lower leaves that are damaged or don't have any color.
Now, they're, again, quality control people that are going through this field.
Every person on that crew is a quality control inspector, and if he sees something he doesn't like or doesn't meet our standards, it's dropped and left in the field.
I noticed that the stems have a lot of places where branches of this plant were, so the crop grows again from the top.
Yeah, it grows from the top and continually puts out new leaves, and those leaves get long enough and wide enough, and then we pick them, and the little leaves grow out, and we come back again.
So this is called bunching kale.
Green bunching kale.
And this, of course, like you say, will be here until springtime when you'll wrap up the harvest, right?
Yeah, after March or April, the heat gets so bad that it won't grow properly and the leaves don't look real good, and also insects get to it. Cosmetic appearance is very important.
Rick, how does this handle that once it leaves the field? Do they take it and clean it?
It goes to our cooler, and it's hydrovac'd, and then put in the cold room and then shipped out.
The hydrovac, that's one of the great things that they have these days, where they run water through it and ice it and all things, don't they?
Yeah, they run water through it before they cool it in the tube, and then the excess water is pulled out with the heat.
Now, all your vegetables have to stay cool, don't they?
Yeah, they have to be kept just above freezing for optimum freshness, and that's the secret to getting it shipped across the country.
How long can you take to ship something from here in Yuma to, say, New York City?
It depends on if it's a single driver or a team truck driver. But it can be in the East Coast in 4 or 5 days easily. And
it will last in the truck for how long?
We don't keep it in the truck any longer than we have to. It's shipped out and then put in the distribution system for the buyer as soon as they get there.
Kale. This is bunching kale. Looks like little trees out here in the field. I'm George Gatley with Rick Rademacher, who is the Southern Regional Manager for Cellular American Company. KYMA, first news today.